Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bourbon Basement. I'm Ryan,
And I'm Steve.
and today we've got a very special episode to present to you all. It's actually I'm going to let him take the reins on most of this because this is almost actually all him, and I'm just kind of here for the long haul. This is his.
You're going to be Mr. Vanna White, though.
Yes, I'm going to be
All right.
here for moral
As
support
long
and
as he's
just
Mr. Vanna
supporting.
White.
And
And we've already poured our drink tonight.
we do have our drink
Why don't you
tonight,
tell them
so
what we're drinking right now, sipping while we're going to go through this?
some classic Taylor small batch. You can't get any better than that almost. It's such a good drink. If you've not had it, I definitely recommend you do. But without further ado, what are we getting into
All
tonight?
right. So
You see all these bottles on the counter. It's got to be something special, right?
I've done some videos before about what we got this month. And the reason I do that is I want you all to see the bottles that are here in the Bourbon Basement so you'll know what episodes are coming in the previous months. And you might tune in a little bit, see one of these special bottles being opened.
Think of it a little bit of a spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Don't know how many
Uh,
months it's going to be in the future, but one of these bottles will probably be in the next, I don't know, umpteen episodes.
somewhere. It'll be somewhere. I mean, I'm not going to do an episode of all these special bottles all at, one week after another,
Right.
but they will be there. So let's just talk about what the Bourbon Basement got the month of September. So this is what we got and how we got them, and a little bit about maybe what's going on with them.
And you know that in the past episodes he's made, he said he was cutting back on some of the bourbon hauls that he was doing, but you see, we can barely fit all of them in the same frame to
No,
get a screenshot, and we're missing a couple that we'll have to toss in the next episode of October.
that
So
was something that was not even supposed to be said. That was a secret. It was a secret.
we don't have to know which ones. I'm just saying
Anyway,
we could not fit them all, and we wanted to make sure we got a good screenshot and everything. So these are the September bourbon haul. Uh,
bourbons.
yeah,
So you did not see an episode in August. You know why there's no episode in August? Didn't
these are
buy
included, right?
any bottles in August.
Okay, so it's only right that he went completely berserk in
No
September.
bottles in August. I cut back from like 20 something to like 12 to like 8.
And now
then
he went
0.
20.
All right. Well, let's start. Let's start with this one
He
because
went,
it's in the middle. This is the old Fitzgerald 7-year. Now, guess what happened with the 7-year? You're supposed to hold this, Mr. Van.
sorry.
Yeah. We've already done an episode on that. So we did an episode. I liked it well enough that I got another bottle. I couldn't find them in stores anywhere. So that bottle I actually purchased from an auction. And I
Better
got
price?
no,
No.
but the same price that I got it for in the store. So when
That's a
I
win.
when I bought this in the store, when I bought this in the store, they were on sale for $79.99. I did not get one for $79.99 because they were all sold out. I got one for $103 because I had to buy it in a basket with something else. And so this one here I actually purchased for $100.
Liquor Barn?
That was at liquor.
We have so many Lindor's truffles because of this bottle. It's great. Love
Oh,
Lindor's.
so
Sponsor us,
that
Lindor's.
was an auction bottle. Let's see what else is an auction bottle. Oh, we love the Antique 107, the Weller Antique 107.
Buffalo Trace actually put a cork in it.
That's right. We have not done an episode on Antique 107, and we drank our bottle before we got to do an episode on it. So
But we
now
got
we've
another.
got another bottle to do an episode on. That was also at an auction, and I got it for cheaper than I can in any store if I can find them around here.
Right.
It was
They
about
are they're pretty elusive.
it was about $90.
They're pretty elusive.
All right, so and these were only like $59 bottles, but I had to pay 90 for
If you're going secondary though, they're way more.
Our producer's really laughing. I don't know if we're doing a comedy show up here
We're
or
hilarious.
what's going on.
If y'all ain't laughing like our producer is, then you're doing something wrong.
Let's find another auction bottle. This one was an auction. Go ahead.
I'm really looking forward to this brand. Just putting that out there.
Okay, so this is the 2XO, 2 times oak. I've got a couple of bottles of those. You'll see another one here in a minute, but I got a couple of bottles of those. These are going for about $100 in the store. Actually, wanted this one at the auction for $30. So I've got a real good deal, so I
Wow.
had to go ahead and buy that one. Looking for some more auction bottles. Auction bottles.
We're not telling you to outbid us on the auction,
No,
but if you
please,
want the cheaper bottles,
please
please check
don't.
out the auctions.
Okay, I think that's all the auction bottles I got. So now let's start with the bottles that I bought.
That being said, we think this episode is definitely flying by the seat of our pants.
Oh
So we
yeah.
don't know exactly what's what, but we have the Bourbon Hall September.
If I don't do an introduction of one of these bottles, you can comment, "Hey, you didn't talk about that one," or just say, "Okay." Uh, so there was a bourbon drop recently
A
at
big
Kroger.
one. Big
Where
one.
was that at? Northern Kentucky. And
Huge.
friend of mine from Ohio let me know about it. I didn't even know about it. It was one of those that you go get a wristband, call out a bunch of numbers, and then the number that's last called, you start lining up after that.
It was a lottery, not an auction.
That's right. It's a lottery.
A lottery.
Bourbon drop lottery for the brand new Kroger that opened in Northern Kentucky. A lot of people was there.
What a way to start.
I bet you there was 1,500 people. Last one I went on
Huge.
this, I got some Eagle Rares and some Blantons, something like that. This time, right, uh, I took my producer, which is my wife.
I didn't get to go.
Thank you, producer. And we took your sister, my daughter, and we went down there. We got down there about 5:30, 6 o'clock, right? We got our
AM.
wristband. We were all together, yet our wristbands were numbers apart.
Hundreds apart.
I don't know how that works,
Hundreds apart.
but it worked out where our producer was like the 60th person in the door.
And see, that's not the first time that's happened. Producer has actually gotten a couple of good
She
grabs.
gets better than I
She's
do every
got
time.
very good luck. The producer has very good luck in the bourbon drops. So
So she was like 60th person in the door. My daughter was like the 85th person in the door, and
towards
I
that,
was number 101 through
so
the
you
door.
were pretty evenly spread,
Pretty evenly spread. So, but we're still, all of us are still like
separated,
a
waiting in
hundred,
line.
but 100 through the door.
So you all were all solo through this line, like
Yes.
just waiting in your.
And my producer and your sister had no clue they were supposed to purchase. Uh, and I had no clue. So luckily, I got into the store to see the tables before our producer got to the table, so I could say, "Hey, get this,
Give
this,
her
and
a
this, and this."
quick text message.
Because what happens is there's a table.
Got a
And
little FaceTime action,
sorry,
like, "Hey,
yeah, we
get this
FaceTime,
body. Yeah, look at that one. Yeah,
but the connection in the store is not good. So
that's
there's a
not
lot of
cheating.
freeze frame,
That's not cheating, by the way.
a lot of freeze frame.
That's not
Uh,
cheating.
so when you go in, there's a table, and there was, I think, at the first table there was 4 bottles, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was just regular Eagle Rare, the E.H. Taylor small batch, and a couple non-Kentucky bourbons, I think. So I was trying to get her. I said, "All right, on table one, just you grab an Eagle Rare, Haley, you grab a small batch, E.H. Taylor small batch, and I grabbed an Eagle Rare." Now, those bottles
Both
aren't up here.
W's. Both W's.
Those are all good.
Awesome.
Those bottles aren't up here. That's just because I already had those bottles, so I've just got extra of those bottles now. And,
Not a bad thing to have extra of either.
on those Kroger drops, that is for MSRP. So your Eagle Rare was like $45 to $49, something like that. Your Colonel E.H. Taylor was 59.65, something like that. And so it was
Awesome.
pretty good price. So I ended up with 2 Eagle Rares and E.H. Taylor small batch on that one. Then the next table, and this was the hardest table. It had like every Weller up to the, so it had Weller Antique 107. It had Weller 12 year. It had Weller Full Proof. It had Weller Special Reserve. Now that's the only 4 Wellers, right? It didn't have the other big ones. So it had
We
those.
have all of them.
Yes, it had those. Uh, so I only had one full proof. We've never opened that bottle. I want to do a show on it. So I was like, okay, you got to get another
Get
full
another
proof.
one.
So she, oh, and it had Eagle Rare 12 year, which you can see already had one bottle up that's never been opened.
Very
And
elusive, and we are
we've got to
savoring
do a
that.
show on it, right?
We're savoring it.
So I told my producer, I said, got an Eagle Rare 12 year, go ahead and get the full. So she got the full. Then I
So,
told,
what's your mindset in that? How do you make that decision between Eagle Rare 12 and Weller Foolproof?
it was a tough decision. But
Not knowing the outcome of anything.
but over the last few months, I've seen more Eagle Rare 12 years than I have Weller Full
Okay.
available. So I said, and I think I made the correct decision because I told her to get the foolproof. And then our daughter was number 85. 12 year was there. I said, hey, get the
Get
12
the
year.
12
And then if there was another foolproof, I might have grabbed foolproof for the Antique 107.
just to be able to crack it.
But by the time I got there, they were gone.
Gone.
And so I ended up with another Eagle Rare 12 years. So that's why we got two more Eagle Rare 12 years here
So,
and one Weller Foolproof. So that's two tables down for all three of us.
and that's everything that I've heard so far. I've not got to participate in this drop,
You got to
unfortunately,
go
but
with this one time.
I know. But I'm always busy, just happens. But everything that I've heard thus far has been a 100% win. Because we've,
The bourbon drops are always a win, I think. If you're lucky enough to get in the door when it happens.
well, definitely what you got on this last drop has 100% been
Best
a win.
one so far. Like I
100%.
said, the last one I was like 300 through the door, and all that was left was some Blantons and some regular Eagle Rare.
And then all
Uh,
three of you all were within the top 10,
we were all three within the top 100.
top 100.
I was 101 actually.
So
So
you
on
were the
the
top 110.
yeah.
That was okay.
So on the last table though, that's where the special items was. But that's also where the expensive bottles were.
And where the
So
first people usually go that carry a lot of money in their pockets.
so well you have to choose one off the first table. One bottle is all you can choose off the second table, which had the most choices, and then one bottle off the third table.
So
Now,
maybe give them a little bit of insight as to what was on this final table.
so this final table,
Big,
Russell's 13.
big,
Okay, that's a $199 bottle. Uh Maker's Mark Cellar Age.
big.
That's a $249 bottle. Wild Turkey Beacon, their Master Selection Beacon.
Big.
It's a $3.99 bottle. Uh, and what everybody was going for the Old Forester birthday bottle.
Big.
12-year Old Forester birthday bottle.
Huge.
So I told my producer, I said, get the birthday bottle.
Okay, time out.
All right.
Where was the one thing that me and you have both made jokes over?
It was gone.
Gone. So
Gone.
what table was that on?
It wasn't on a table. It was one of the so the one they only drew 45 numbers or 25 numbers.
What we're talking about is Double Eagle, very rare.
They had two bottles.
Two of them. Two in one location,
Was
guys.
it $3,000? I think the MSRP was $3,000.
Two Eagle Rares in one location
Double
at the
Eagle
same
very
time.
rare.
Double Eagle, very rare.
Double Eagle very rare.
In the same location at the same time.
But not only did they have that, they had the Eagle Rare 25-year special release.
Huge. Like,
Now,
huge.
so the
Okay.
funny story about that is when we were out in the lot, I gave my daughter a credit card. I gave my producer a credit card, and I had a credit card. And they said,
Whatever you can get it.
I did. That's what I said. That's what I said. So I was like, okay, I know they have the Eagle Double Rare. I know they have
Double Eagle, very rare.
well, I know they have the 25-year, and I seen the Double Eagle Very Rare at uh, Liquor Barn, and it was almost $5,000.
Which, just point that out, that's not a horrible price. If you were to find a Double Eagle very rare on any website, they're probably going to be charging like 6 to 7.
But I can't spend that much in drinking. But I
It's
made up my mind.
rare.
I said, if we are one of the first 25 in the door, and you all get the opportunity to buy one of those special bottles, card, charge it up, baby. And they's like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah.
Do it.
Now, I thought that I thought it was going to be about $3,000. Well, come to find out, do you know how much that 25-year Eagle Rare is? MSRP at that Kroger drop. What that person paid for it? Do you know what they paid for it?
Is it more than Double Eagle Very Rare?
It's
Really?
25 years. 25 years.
How much is Double Eagle?
20.
20. So 5 years longer, guys.
And so do you know how much they paid? $10,000. And that's at MSRP, and it was gone. So somebody bought it.
That might have been doing too much.
But my producer and my daughter, if they had gotten through the door,
You would have had
I would have
$10,000
had a
charged.
$10,000 charge.
You would have been paying that off for the next 20 years of your life.
I would have probably cracked my britches. But anyway.
But you would have paid for it.
But we didn't get it.
Guaranteed.
We didn't get it. I'm so sad that we didn't get it.
We're never going to get that kind of stuff. Anyway,
well,
it was available there. 2 bottles in the same place. I thought that was incredible. Just 2 bottles of that most sought after bourbon.
So when our producer got up there, she was like, "What one do you want?" And I was like,
"The
birthday bourbon. Birthday bourbon. My birthday bourbon." She was number 60 through the door, something like that. So she got a birthday bourbon. So I was like, "Yay!" And then my daughter's up there. She says, "Okay, Daddy."
You've been searching for that one for a while.
I've been waiting on the birthday.
You've been searching
forever. Entering everything I can to get one. Haven't ever had one. Ended up with the 12-year 2025 release. I'm excited to try it. Excited to do an episode on it. But anyway, so we go. My daughter now, she's number 85. Guess what's still up there? A birthday bourbon. She said, "What do you want? Do you want you got a birthday bourbon? Do you want the
Are these all FaceTime or are these text messages?"
This is still this is kind of me hollering in front of them as well. I mean, you can hear me throughout the store. "Hey, babe, get some birthday bourbon." And then there is a guy right in front of me. And all he's after is the birthday bourbon. He's number 100.
Great.
He's gone there. Don't tell his story. I'm going to just a little. But he wants that birthday bourbon because he had just had a son, baby boy, and he was going to have that on his 21st birthday with him. And I was going to give him one if my daughter got one. Well, so I told my daughter, "Birthday bourbon," and she got one. So he was relieved. I said, "Hey, buddy," I said, "you got your birthday bourbon." I said, I said, "Get me the Maker's Mark Cellar Age." And then I was going to buy the beef.
The Bourbon Basement deserves donations. We donate to other people.
Well,
we could have got a birthday bourbon, 2 of them.
We did. Because the story's not done. He was number 100. I was number 101.
What good does the story do?
I was 101. So we're getting ready to go through the line, and the lady is down to her last birthday bourbon, and she looks at him and she goes like this, and he's like, "Yes, bring it to me." So he ended up getting the last birthday bourbon right in front of me. That's how it always goes for me. Right in front of me.
100 to 101.
But that's fine. So I ended up on that last table getting the Maker's Mark Cellar Age because I've never seen them in this story either. So that's what I got. Kroger Bourbon Drop. We got 9 different bourbons. But while I was up there, we get to the counter. The producer says, "Hey, guess what they have here at the counter?" And I was like, "What?" And she said, "You can just buy it." And we didn't even put it down here. We got the Baker's 13. Baker's 13 year. It's up here in the window. I forgot to even put it down here. So she picked up that for me. And then she was like, "Well, they got Kentucky Senator that's back there. They got the Bum Burgers back there. Do you want one of those?" And I was like, "No, we're spending a lot of money." I said, "Just get the Baker's 13 because I've been trying to get that on an auction. I can't win it. That's a $130 bottle."
Little did you know, the Bourbon Basement spent a lot of money in September.
A
And
lot of money
we
in
can't even
September.
fit all the bottles on the table.
It was too much money in September, but I got a great producer and she wants this show to be special. So we're trying to make it special for you. So we got the Baker's 13. That was a $140 bottle. And so after
I
that,
don't think it's gonna pick up on the mic, but that's a funny sound, guys.
so after that, uh, my daughter was up there. She just got the 3 off the table. I didn't want to put any more pressure on her. So then when I got up there, 101, I said, "Hey," I said, "how about that Kentucky Senator back there?" So the Kentucky Senator, it's in next month's episode. Anyway,
Wow.
I got.
Because by the way, they were all 3 sober at the drop.
Yeah, is
Just
it
put
not
that
there?
out there. No, I don't
We
guess
didn't
so.
put it up here. Okay. Well, I got a Kentucky Senator,
We
7.5
think
years.
this episode was kind of thrown together just because we wanted to get something out for September because it's already
You'll see
technically
those bottles
October.
next time.
It's already technically October. We were late on the drop, so we were trying to squeeze everything that we possibly could into the September drop, but there was so much it couldn't be fit.
And I just bought this Bomburgers for like $150 at Liquor Barn, which I thought was MSRP because they're always MSRP. Well, this one at that Kroger drop, $80, $79. So
Even
I bought another. That's
$20,
no, it's
30.
but half the price almost.
What'd you say?
150, 80.
No,
Yeah, it's almost half the price. So I bought another Bomburger. So we're definitely going to
we're
have
doing an
showing.
episode on that,
So
guys. Look forward
let's
to
clear
this.
off a little bit to see. So you all seen the Cellar H? That's what I got. That's what I picked up off my table.
Sure.
We talked about the 2XO from the auction.
Yep. Looking forward to that.
We talked about the 2 Eagle Rare 12 years, right?
Really
So
looking
we're
forward to those.
going to do an episode on that for sure. We talked about the old Fit 7 bottled in Bond. That was at an auction.
Had this, but love it.
Talked about the Weller 107. I'm going to love this episode. Don't you knock those bottles off of there. I can tell you that.
There's plenty of room.
Weller 107.
This was okay.
Okay, that's awesome. All
At
right.
least Buffalo Trace put a cork in it, right?
04s through 12 year. Happy birthday, bourbon.
Never had this.
So that there, we got 2 bottles of that at the bourbon drop. Don't you drop those.
Look at that.
We talked about the Mom Burgers. And we talked about the Weller Foolproof. That was also at the bourbon drop. So what do we got left? Well, let me tell you. So we went to the Nulu Festival last weekend in Louisville. And Nulu Festival, I walked in. They got the chicken cock right there.
Spoiler
And,
alert, I
you can
missed
go-
that on this one too.
You can go right in there to Chicken Cock, and they have some special bottles. They have some special things. You can do a special tasting. Their special bottles. And it was great, let me tell you. Pour yourself another.
All right.
And then they also, there in Nulu, at Chicken Cock, they have a speakeasy downstairs. That's kind of cool. But this is the Chicken Cock private cask. We liked it because there's a little chicken up there on the top. That's awesome. Isn't
Private.
private cask is it's 126.67 proof. Down to 2 decimals on that one. Barrel 11. So private cask.
So this is not barrel proof. This is private.
Private cask Kentucky straight bourbon. Yeah, I'd have to research it a little bit more.
More to come on that.
Special bottle. Talk about that when we do a show on it.
Yep, more to come. There's a lot
5
of
years,
information.
5 months old. All right, so put that one over there. Also at the Nulu Festival, first time I had been, I've been looking at these Copper and Kings bourbons, right? Well, Copper and Kings, they make brandy. Okay, so this is a special bourbon that they make. Their bourbon are finished in brandy barrel. So this is the Copper and Kings, and we're really getting some laughs out there. All right, so that's that one. That's all at the Newly Festival. Next, round 1, Kentucky Straight Whiskey, Japanese Mizunara, and French oak. So it's finished in 2 other oak barrels. How do you pronounce that?
Gosh.
I just tried it.
Finished with Japanese Mizunara.
Yeah.
French oak.
That's right. This is a special release. We went to Total Wine. The guy was letting us taste it. Bought a bottle there, like $70.
If anyone speaks Japanese, please translate.
We went bourbon hunting in Ohio. Didn't come back with anything on this. Is a few weekends ago, maybe the first weekend in September.
It's been a long month.
And we went down, so we ended up stopping at New Riff and went to the Superstore there beside New Riff. If you haven't watched the New Riff episode, you need to go back and watch it. We talked about the Superstore there and everything
Great
else.
episode.
But anyway, found the New Riff Red Turkey Wheat. It was a special bottle that they had out there.
Never had it before.
I think it was like $60. I was really excited about that one. I like the New Riff.
If you've not watched,
What's going on?
I don't know.
He's got the giggles.
Producer has us laughing like
the producer's
clowns
got the
at a
giggles.
carnival. I don't know what's going on. But Red Turkey, we've never had this one, and we do enjoy New Riff.
Yes.
So I'm
New
really
Riff
excited to try this one.
We've tried the 8 year and the regular small batch,
8 years is really hard to come by, but if you haven't had it,
and
do it.
it's only a $70 bottle. You know, they're
It's
very reasonably
obtainable, but
priced.
not really obtainable.
All right, and now for the last one. This one here is the 2XO, the Diamond of Kentucky. Now, I've seen this one at Liquor Barn, Total Wine.
We're really excited about this one.
Yeah, this is the Gem of Kentucky. I'm sorry, it's got the black diamond on the thing. It's a black bottle. It's a pretty awesome bottle. I've never seen it under $200. When we went to New Riff, we went to the superstore there, found it for 130. Bought
Bargain.
it.
I mean, I'm just saying.
So
I have also never seen this
I've
below
only bought
$200.
bourbons that I've saved money on. How can I not buy these bourbons to save money on? The Old Forester. Who has seen a 12-year Old Forester for under $600? Not me.
Two
But
of them.
guess what I got? I got two for $250 each.
And I'm going to tell you all right now.
Two for less than the price of one.
This man has been searching for this bourbon, that one particular birthday bourbon, for what would you say, at least a year?
Since we started the Bourbon Basement.
So at least a year, maybe
Since I
14 to 18 months.
very first tasted Old Forester Statesman and tasted how good that was, grabbed a love for Old Forester, and have been trying to collect Old Forester bottles ever since.
We do have a lot of Old Forester on the
To
shelves.
drink, to drink, guys, not just to sit and look pretty on my shelves. They're going to be drunk. You will see an episode on that one.
Each and every one of these bottles.
I got a birthday coming up in November, and guess what we might be doing?
Birthday bourbon?
Maybe some birthday bourbon.
Not to be a spoiler or anything, but
If you've had the drinks, let us know what you think of them, and we'll do a show on it. But anyway, that's what we got.
we thank you all so much for giving us a little bit of time out of your evening. Hopefully, you all did go on to enjoy the month of September bourbon haul. It was a little bit larger than what I think either of us intended, and
Thought it was going to be a 15-minute episode.
there's still more to come in the next episode because we could not fit them all in the thumbnail, and we only kept what was in the thumbnail. But that being said, we do appreciate you all. We appreciate you all making all this possible, giving us the motivation to make these episodes and every live stream every Friday. Thank you all for all the support that you give. All that being said, guys, no drink alone.
When you can drink with us.
We will see you all Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our live stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
Cheers.
Cheers.